Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well today. So this video is definitely the hardest one that I've ever had to make. As you can see from the thumbnail, it's very different. My two pictures side by side are very different. And I've had quite a hair journey. I'll just call it that, a hair journey, hair loss journey. I don't know that I can say specifically how old I was when my hair started falling out. Maybe I started noticing it a little bit in my 20s, maybe. But as the years progressed, it just got worse and worse. And I'm 45 now. And it just got to the point that I was thinking about it all the time. Also, it got to the point that I was seeing hair all over the place. And that's never fun. You may ask, well, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you tried this? Yeah, you know, why wouldn't I? Of course I have. I've tried the biotin, the hair and nail growth vitamins, just extra vitamins, multivitamins. I have had my thyroid checked. I have had a biopsy, a scalp biopsy, what they call a punch test from the dermatologist. I've had all these things done. Rogaine, I've tried that. Rogaine's not the best for your hair and scalp and makes it feel really crummy. So that wasn't something that I enjoyed doing. And plus, when you stop it, the hair growth, if you had any, stops. So that wasn't something that I wanted really to continue doing for the rest of my life. I think I really remember the first time. Maybe there are a couple times that really kind of come to mind. One is actually almost exactly 10 years ago from the day that I'm making this video. 10 years ago, I was in London. I was on a study abroad trip for a month, and so we were staying in dorms. It's kind of interesting being a 35-year-old staying in a dorm, but I did. And I remember a couple times when we would meet, the kind of friends that I had made, when we would go down, you know, to all meet to go do something, they were always kind of like brushing the back of my hair. And I was thinking, what in the heck are they doing, you know? So at some point in time, I got a mirror and looked back there because I'd really never had to do that. I'd never had to really look at the back of my hair. I just brushed it or whatever, and I was done with it. I've always had a lot of cowlicks. Here, 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 and then back on the back of my neck here. And I noticed that one of those cowlicks was just kind of like spread open to where a lot of my scalp was showing. And so that made me really self-conscious, of course, after that. So then I always started looking at the back of my head, making sure it looked okay, spraying it if I had to, whatever the case may be. That's one thing. Another thing was maybe around the same time. I honestly don't remember when we did this, but my brother and my sister and I had pictures made. My mom wanted us to have pictures made, the three of us, and so we did. We went to like JCPenney or something like that to have them done. And I remember I had my makeup done because I wanted it to look nice, but I did my own hair because it wasn't a big deal. But I remember when we got either the proofs back or the pictures back, I don't remember, like there was like the way I had my hair done, it was like a big just empty spot there. And I was like, oh my gosh, is that how I really look in real life? Because I think that you don't really realize it. You don't realize it. And so, you know, I've been self-conscious since then. Well, for the past almost 10 years, I have been a professor. So I teach, obviously, college students. And of course, they talk. And so it's something that I was always self-conscious about, and still am always self-conscious about it, you know, because if I'm turned around with my back to the class and writing on the board or whatever the case may be, and I have a big, you know, bald area or really, really thin area, then, you know, I was always thinking, are they talking about me? Are they gonna, you know, tell other people, whatever? And then thin areas over here, I started getting super thin over here and somewhat thin over here, but more here. And then just probably in the past 6 months, I mean, it's been a really quick thing, I think. I started seeing a lot of thinness up in this area, so in the front of my hairline. I've used other things like, you know, Toppix, 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 is that how you say it? Toppix, and root sprays, things like that. They work, you know, that they do work, but it's one of those things like if you have to scratch your head or whatever, you're going to get all that stuff in your fingernails. Well, I have dark hair, and so I was always, you know, I felt like I was always getting stuff in my fingernails, and I didn't want it to be on my pillow if I didn't, you know, wash my hair that day or whatever. My brush would get really dirty, my comb would get really dirty. If you use dry shampoo that's tinted, you know what I'm talking about, because it's basically the same thing. There are ways that you can help yourself when you have hair loss, you know, things that you can do. And I've tried to do those. And I remember several years ago my daughter saying something like, "Mom, why don't you just get a wig?" And I'm not going to say that that offended me. I don't think it offended me, but it definitely kind of hurt my feelings in a way. And I said, I'm not going to get a wig. I'm not like 80 or 90 years old, no offense, but you know, that's what I thought of it as. And I thought of it, and you might still as well, you might think of it, the wigs being those like big bouffant curly mops basically. And hey, if you want that, they're available. You can find them. Yeah, so they're there. For some reason, I started looking, and I don't even remember why. I mean, obviously why, you know, this is why. But I don't know why I actually started at this time. It was back in maybe end of May, maybe, somewhere around in there. Being home, you know, looking for things to do, I started YouTubing things. And I found a lot of videos about wigs. I would watch a video and someone would be talking about a wig, and then all of a sudden they would pull off what they're already wearing and put the one on that they're talking about. And I was thinking, that was a wig that you had on? Like, you cannot tell. You cannot tell. And I was just flabbergasted. And on one of the videos, someone said something about a Facebook group. I went and joined. It's a private group. I went and joined the private group, and the ladies on there were so encouraging, answered questions, just really, really nice and helpful. And so at one point I went to Dallas when things kind of started opening back up. They're kind of closing back down again, but when they started opening back up, and I didn't even tell my husband that I was going to be doing this. He knew I was going to Dallas, obviously, but while I was in Dallas, I wanted to go to some wig shops. So I did. A couple of them that I went to were just closed, or you had to have an appointment. One I was able to get an appointment and go. This was actually, I'm wearing this one because this was actually my first wig. I haven't worn it that much since I've had it, just because it's long. This is probably a good 22 inches, but it was my very first one. And I think it's so pretty. Maybe you might think it's too dark or it's too young for you or whatever. Like I said, I'm 45, but this is kind of how my hair looked when I was much younger. I've always had pretty dark hair. This might be a little bit darker than my hair color, but for the most part, this is what my hair has looked like. You know what? I went for it. And was it cheap? No. Is it human hair? No. It's synthetic. I'll just tell you, it was like, I think like $150. I think I got it on sale. Was it worth it? Yes. Even though I haven't worn it that much since then, I think it was worth it because it got me to really think about hair pieces. Now with this one, obviously I can style it however I want. I do need to cut the bangs a little bit because they are a little long, so that's why I have them pushed over to the side. Since then, I've been doing tons of research, watching tons of videos, asking a lot of questions. I've bought several. My husband will attest to that. My daughter, my sister, they will all attest to it. I'll probably be doing some wig related videos. So if you're interested in that, then think about subscribing. But yeah, I'll probably bring that to my channel. But I think the main reason why I wanted to come on here and do this is to, one, come out of the wig closet, if you want to call it that, so that you know, I'm not with my barely there hair to this, you know, from one day to the next. Two, you know, maybe there's someone out there that needs this and wants to do something but doesn't know what to do. I've thought about everything. I thought about getting like a hair transplant or something, and I know that men do that a lot, but I'm not sure that women do. It's costly. Of course, you could, you know, depending on how many wigs you buy for yourself, maybe you could make up for it, but I'm not sure that it always takes, right? So this is a sure thing. That, not so much. I can change up my look whenever I want, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know what was going on, that I didn't just sprout this hair overnight. And two, to tell you that it's okay. You know, it's okay. If you have hair loss and you're like, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to shave my head, then do it. That's awesome. I think that's awesome that you want to do that. In fact, I've thought about doing the same thing and just wearing wigs completely. Or if you want to rock a wig every day, then do it. Do what you think you should do and what makes you happy. As far as wigs are concerned and purchasing them, you know what? You can buy wigs from Amazon for 20 bucks. You can buy wigs online for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 that are human hair. So really you can find anything, really any budget. You kind of have your pick. There are some really good websites that are much less expensive, and I've bought some pieces from them. And then there are I don't know if you want to call them like contemporary wig makers or what. It would be kind of like comparing Coach, Tory Burch, Michael Kors, Kate Spade to a Chanel. So are you going to be up here, here, or here? So just like anything, you know, you can get different price points. But there's something for everyone out there. Short, long, shaggy, platinum blonde, full gray, black. Like this is almost black. It's not quite black, but almost. There's everything out there. So that's what this video is for. There may be videos that you see me and I don't have a wig on because you know what? I don't feel like doing it that day. I just feel like putting my hair back in a ponytail or headband or whatever and rocking that. And that's okay. I think that's okay. But there may be days that I don't feel like fooling with my hair, so I stick a wig on. And that's okay too. And I will show you what my real hair looks like, only because I think honestly it helps people who also have problems. Maybe you have a problem with hair loss. Maybe yours isn't as bad as mine. Maybe yours is worse than mine. But if showing you what my hair looks like maybe helps you in any way, that's what I want to do. You know, if it makes you feel any better about yourself, then that's what I want to do. I've kind of gotten over being embarrassed about it because I can do something about it. So I have taken charge, if you want to call it that. I've taken charge of it, and so now maybe it's time that you do if you're having problems with it too. Let me show you just one second. So this is my hair. So you can see I have quite a bit of hair loss here, and over on this side as well. So you can see really have a lot of hair loss there. This here in the front didn't used to be as bad as it is now. Like I said, it's really been in the last 6 months. I mean, I barely have any hair there. And then not quite as much, but still quite a bit over here on the sides, on this side, and then also in the back. That's all that I wanted to talk about today. If you need resources, let me know. I have some contact information below, or you can comment below and we can chat. But let me know and I can point you into the directions that I found for myself. I had some really nice ladies kind of help me out when I was first starting, and I've only been on this quote-unquote journey as far as alternative hair for a couple months now. I feel like I've learned a lot because I've watched a lot of videos, done a lot of research, but I'm more than happy to share with you what I know and what I've found. So don't hesitate to let me know. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you will decide to subscribe to my channel. For the most part, I do handbag videos and just reviews, some hauls, makeup and stuff like that. A little bit of food kind of thrown in there a little bit. Just a variety, kind of a lifestyle channel. But I would love to have you here, and so I hope you will subscribe. I hope you will like. Thank you again for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.